Hello guitar players, my name is Josh and today I'm going to show you how to play my most requested song of all time. This is the song Lord I Need You, and I've had so many lesson requests for this song. I don't know why I haven't done one yet, but I'm going to do one today. So also in a few weeks I'm going to do a video lesson on how to record fingerstyle guitar. So I'm excited about that, how to set up mics and use different tools and stuff. So I play this in standard tuning with a drop D capo. So this capo leaves the top string open, and I put that in the second fret, and then you get that cool drop D sound. If you don't have one of these, you can just put a normal kind of spring capo on from the bottom and just leave that top string open. But these are great, and you can get one from the link in the description down there. The other thing is, I'm not putting up any tabs in this video. I'll put a few chord shapes maybe, but the tabs, for copyright reasons, I can't put those up. But anyways, tabs are not the best way to learn music. The best way is to listen. So, because, you probably never heard a great guitar player, like, your favorite guitar player, whoever it is, they probably don't say, yeah, I learned to play guitar from, learning from looking at tab. It seems like all the greats, they learn by listening. They're listening to recordings and they learn to play by listening. And so that's a good thing to learn. It's kind of challenging at first, but for this video, YouTube's a great tool because you can slow it down. In the lower right-hand corner, you can just click on the gears tab there, and you can slow it down to 0.75 or 0.5, and you'll be able to hear and see very clearly, hopefully. So let's jump into it. All right, the first thing I would like to show you is this cool little chord here that is the foundation of the song. So if you, or at least the first part of it, if you put your little finger on the 4th fret of the D string, and then your ring finger, 3rd finger there, on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then all the other strings are open right now, and so we get this. Of course I got that capo, so we get it's a D chord, but it's it's kind of like that, but you get it like that, see? And this is just so pretty. It sounds a little much when you play the whole thing at once, but when you just kind of roll over it one string at a time, it's really beautiful. So, and the cool thing with this is you can also leave this in place while you play other bass notes. So I'm going to put my middle finger here on the 3rd fret above the capo of the top string, and watch this. Then of course we're playing the key of B, so the other chords we use are A and B minor. So if you leave these two fingers in place and you put your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, I love that chord there. And you can lift that up and just play the A string as the bass. See, it's great. All right, so on the intro, I'm going to leave those two fingers in place, and I'm going to kind of alternate between a D and then the G version of this. And I just do that a couple times, and then say I start with the melody there, and that's just. And on this one, to make it smooth, I figured out I can slide my pointer finger up and get the middle finger down there as the bass. And that's one of the trickier parts of the song, is learning how to do that, because it's kind of weird. It's just jumbled up, So what I recommend doing is playing that, putting the middle finger down, putting that pointer finger there, and then just try to slide the pointer up, and that will get you kind of used to doing that. And there it goes to that A. And you notice so far the melody is just these 3 notes. It's that note, and that note. And then with that note too. So we got. So simple, but with the chords it sounds beautiful. So Now we're going to go to the chorus here. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. So there's that. That's kind of the A chord, and the melody's in the open string of the high E there. So right there, we have to break our little, up to that point, we've left those two fingers there the entire time. But right there, we have to break that. So let's go again. So we move that pointer finger, we move the fourth finger to the 5th fret of the high E string, 5th fret above the capo. And then we're just playing like a G, essentially, a G with these two fingers down there. And then when I go down, the melody goes to the, it goes to that, that note. And when I go down to that, I put that finger back there. Whoops. And then we're back to the A. So it goes to D, A bass. And that's the D bass again. That's the G chord. And then I kind of just go back to that little intro part. And so the second verse, I drop away from this chord shape. I've stuck in that like almost the entire intro and first verse, and now I'm just, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore because it's, kind of overkill. This is much easier than the first verse because it's very standard chords here. So it's, just like, I usually play this one stronger. That's an A sus, if you can see it there. It's just, and then back to the G. Back to the E chord. G, D. A sus. So when I do that, I stretch out the pinky there to get, and you can lift that middle finger up or even play it like that if you want to. It's like a D, but it's just, get that extension. Back to G. A sus. D. A sus. And so now it's kind of like the intro, except I'm just doing it with my D chord, and I'm not putting my middle finger down. It's just these two fingers, because I'm not playing the high E, and then G in the bass. There you go. Okay, so now we're ready to go to the bridge, and the bridge uses my little stretch G chord here. And if you've done any of my other stuff, I use this chord all the time. So I put the pointer on the third fret of the deepest, the low E string. And my fourth finger, this is the 7th fret above the capo on the high E string. And one thing that's nice is since we're capoed up a little bit, that's not as far of a stretch as it would normally be down here. It's just a little bit easier to get to. If you haven't done that much, I'm just moving my other fingers out of the way so you can see there, but just kind of stretch out your fingers and plop them on the guitar and see if you can make it work. You could probably do the, just to be in the bass too, but that doesn't sound as cool. I just love this chord here. So we start out there, and this is, this is bridge. So I'll do that again. So melody notes right up there. And this again is my kind of stretched out D. And you really, you don't even need this full, you probably don't need these two fingers there. You could just, do it like that, but I'm in such a habit. I mean, these two chords, I use these all the time. And you can practice these just doing chord changes like that. It will really help you get between those two. They're great chords. Okay, so. So G, D, and from that stretched D to the normal D. See, that's just a normal D. A, and A, and then add that melody note that's the third fret of the B string. Again. So that time I go, and you have to play that with the middle finger so you can get to your, this is like kind of the normal bar chord B minor. I should mention here, a lot of times when I play B minor, I actually play it like this. So it's like 2 on the A string, so it's like 2 open on the D string, 2 on the G string, and then 3. And that's actually B minor 7th, but a lot of times I'll cheat and play that B minor instead of trying to play this. But here I like it. And then back to this, this little, same as the intro, just without the, without that part, without the pinky up there. So then we go to this last chorus, and this time I use natural harmonics, and I love doing this. So on the guitar, if you've used these very much, so on the 5th fret, and the 7th fret, and the 12th fret, we can play these natural harmonics. And so what you do is you just barely touch the string and you release right after you pick. So typically you kind of pick hard, and see, if you mess up like that, then it's very unforgiving. So you've got to really practice these. So you just kind of touch it gently. And so, so what I do is I play the melody with these natural harmonics. So that's starts with a 7 on the G string, and then 12 on the high E, and then 7 right there on the B string. And so, yeah. So as you see here, I'm playing the bass in open strings, or I'm playing the bass in normal notes, and then the melody in the natural harmonics. And so the way this works is, it starts there, and then I'm going to put the G down. I'm actually fretting that. And this is the 3rd fret of the G string that I'm doing the harmonic on. And then that's the A in the bass, and the 12th fret in the high string. And a lot of times I'll do kind of just kind of keep cadence there. Because not much is going on here, I'm just picking a few strings. And then I'm going to go, so starting the 2nd phrase, it starts on the 7th fret of the B string. And then I've got a cheat here. The next melody note, I'm going to actually fret that note. So what I do is, and that's the hardest part of the song right there. So 7th fret in the B string. Then I've got to actually play this note. But you notice, I don't know if you can see, up there, when I try to, I don't play it like that. I slide my finger up just a little bit over the fret. So the little bit of the flesh of my finger is actually muting the string up there. So it's not like that. You hear the difference? And that just makes it sound more like the other harmonics. It's not, that's very different, but so that's a little trick I use there. I use this note in different arrangements, and it kind of takes a little bit of use, because if you get it too much, it's really muted. And this is fast, so it's hard. Oops. So And so then we're going to jump down. That's the hardest part, right? Is that jump. So this is G in the bass and the 5th fret on the G string. And then it's back to that. So it's the full phrase. And then at the end here, I kind of do my, you know how I do that thing, but on the intro and between the verses. So what I do now is, like that. So it's the open D, and then I fret that G. And you could do it here, but I like to do it there just because it's clear. Oops. All right. So now I'll try to play the whole thing through, and I'll probably goof it up a little bit. I haven't played this in a while, but let's just try it. All right, well, I hope that that was all clear and helpful to you. Have fun working on this song. It's really such a beautiful piece. Practice those harmonics a lot. You know, they take some work, especially, it's really hard to fret, you know, to fret one note and just, to just do another harmonic, because there's something in the brain, it's like you want to put the same pressure on both, but just keep working on it. And, it's like anything with fingerstyle guitar, the secret is practice. So, yeah, let me know if there's other songs that you want me to do. I have a list of requests already, but if I get a lot of requests on one song, maybe I can make that one work. I'm hoping to do more lessons again now. So thanks so much. God bless you, everybody. Don't forget to sign up on my email list. There's a link in the description. So take care. Bye.